Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm excited to do. It is going to be my final Shop My Stash video for 2019. So back in January of 2019, I started a new Shop My Stash series. You guys might know Shop My Stash videos are really big on YouTube. So I started my little version of it called Shop My Stash. And basically every month I would go through my collection. I would put a makeup bag together and I would have items in here that I either wanted to use up or maybe some items that I wanted to see if I still want it in my collection. Use them really consistently throughout the month and then come back and review everything, decide if I want to declutter anything out of my collection, and then pick a new bag for the following month. So I'll have my playlist linked down below. It was a lot of fun for me to do. I'm going to chat in this video about my November picks, review them, declutter any items, share with you what I picked out for December, and chat about how I'm going to do this series going into 2020. So I hope you're excited for today's video, and why don't we go ahead and jump into it. So this was my November bag. On top I have my Fix Plus. I was trying to use up my Fix Plus. I only have a little bit left, and even though I used it pretty consistently throughout the month, I just still got some more uses in there, so I'm definitely going to keep using it until I use it all the way up. Also a little bit surprised that I didn't get through my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. I don't really know how that happened. It's getting harder and harder to pump it out though, and I don't know why. The last time, I tried again today, but there was another time that I tried to unscrew this and open it, and I can't. All that happens is this top lid pops off. I don't know if you just can't open it, if you're not supposed to open it. I don't know why I can't physically open it, but I just can't. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I'm gonna continue to use it. I should be able to use it all the way up shortly here, but I do want to get through that. The foundation that I was using is from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I really do like this foundation. I did recently post a video on my affordable favorites of 2019, so if you want to check out that video, I will link it down below. I did mention this foundation, but I also did say it's not a foundation that I do want to wear every single day because of the denatured alcohol in there, but it is a really long-wearing, affordable foundation. So this is the foundation I wore to the American Influencer Awards when I knew I wanted my makeup to stay in place for many hours, and you know, for that sort of thing I like to go for this foundation, but it's not going to be something I wear every single day, and I also don't wear foundation every single day, but yeah, still really like this foundation, so I don't have plans to declutter it. I do have most of these products on my face too, so I always link out what I'm wearing in my description box, but when I do these recap Shop My Stash videos, I do like to wear what I am recapping. And then also the first Friday of every month is when I was doing my Get Ready With Me using my Shop My Stash bag. So tomorrow's video will be a Get Ready With Me using my December picks, and yeah, and then the day before is when I would do the recap and new bag. The concealer that I pulled out was this one from Catrice. This is the Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. You know, I originally bought this. I have since gotten it in PR from Catrice, but I originally bought it myself because so many people raved about this on YouTube, and I don't love it. It's not a favorite. I think it's fine and I like it. It's not as high coverage, honestly, as I would prefer it to be. It's just a little bit more on the thin side, and I just feel like with my under eyes and my issues that I got going on every morning, I just need something a little bit more. I think that it's fine though. I think that's good, but I don't know. Using it throughout the month didn't make me fall in love with it any further. I had in here my pressed powder from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in 2. This one is also in my Project Pan for 2019. So that finale video is coming soon, which is kind of crazy. And I have hit pan in it back in the spring, I believe is when I first hit pan in it. So I just wanted to see how much more use I could get out of it and continue to try to go through this powder. Very expensive powder, but I like it. And then I had two different items in here from Natasha Denona, these two little mini duos. I really used these a lot this month. They're just so like small, but I really like that each of them have different items in there. They were just very travel friendly, and November was an extremely busy travel month for me, and it kind of came out of nowhere. I went to Miami for an Oprah trip. I went to LA for the American Influencer Awards. I went to Alabama to visit my family. I mean, it was crazy, and all three things got booked literally like weeks before I left for them, which was wild to me. And actually today, as I'm filming this, I'm in LA again. And this was the trip that I've had planned since September. I've always known it during this time I was going to be in LA for, I originally was just going for a holiday party, and now I'm going to like an influencer party, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. But it's so crazy how much travel I had planned, like not planned, but had pop up in November. And then we're finally getting to this last trip, and I'm kind of like, should I go? I feel like I've been gone, but I'm like, this is the trip that I RSVP'd to in September. Like everything else that came up was just kind of crazy. But I definitely got a lot of use out of these two products. They came pretty much everywhere with me. So this one is the Bronze and Glow. So I have this on today. I have the bronzer and then also the highlight on from this palette, and then also, or this duo, and then the Blush and Glow. I like the blush in here. It's a nice shimmery blush, and then I also do like this for like inner corner and brow bone highlight. It's not a strong enough highlight for me. The one in the Bronze and Glow is definitely more of like my Bam highlight. But yeah, I got a lot of use out of these. I really do like these minis from Natasha Denona. I find myself using them more, and especially this Bronze and Glow. I use it more than the big like tan, bronze and tan palette, which has bronzers and highlights in there. I use this one more. The bigger palette's like $54, and that mini is $19. So, okay. Also in here, I put in from Milani. This is their Sunlight Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. Again, I mentioned this in my affordable favorites throughout the year, so definitely loving on this one. Today, I just used it as a contour shade in addition with the Natasha highlight. Just a couple random products. I had my Benefit Precisely My Brow in 2.5. I don't really have a lot of new brow products that I like cycle through. I tend to go back to my staples and my favorites. Just wanted something in my travel bag because, again, not only when I go like travel on an airplane travel, but I also like to call this my on-the-go makeup bag. And I don't know, would you guys want to see like an on-the-go tutorial, like different from the Shop to My Stash, but kind of what I do when I'm like running errands into the next town, or if me and my husband are taking a day to go into the town next to us to like shop and go to, you know, a certain restaurant that we've been missing since we moved to a smaller town. I typically get ready in the car, and I just take this bag and just do like a very simple and easy look. So let me know if you guys would want to see that video, because I definitely could do it, my on-the-go look. And then also I always just throw in an eyeliner because I wear eyeliner every day. This is from Milk Makeup and Bonus. Definitely recommend these eyeliners from Milk. I think that they're great. For my eye products for the palette, I had the Pretty Cool palette from Dose of Colors. I did quite a few looks with this palette. It's just a monochromatic matte brown palette, so I know it's probably not super exciting for a lot of you, but especially those quick and easy looks, I just need a little something. A lot of times my on-the-go makeup look is like one color in my crease and mascara, and that's it, and then I'm good to go. And so this was a really good palette to use that for, and I really do like these from Dose of Colors. They're a bit powdery, but I feel like the shadows are easy to blend, and they stay on really well. They don't tend to fade away, so still really like that palette. And then what I have on my eyes today is actually these Super Shocks from ColourPop. So I just thought to do something a little bit different, to bring in these ones from ColourPop. I have Let Me Pass, also Bubble Bee, and then Flipper, which is truly like one of my favorite Super Shocks. So these are all what I just have, all three of them on my eyes today. I just wanted to do a really easy kind of orangey look. Flipper is definitely one of my favorite Super Shocks. I don't think you can buy this on its own. These came in a set. I believe it was when the California Love collection came out, but I wish they would bring back Flipper because it's so beautiful. So that's kind of the lighter shade that I have on my lid. And then I first came in with Bubble Bee, which is a little bit lighter of an orange with some shimmer in it, and just kind of blended it pretty much all over, and then put a little bit of Let Me Pass on the outer corner, and that was it. So the Super Shocks aren't my favorite, but because I do have them, there's a dog. Oh, it's on a leash, thank goodness. There's a little like Yorkie outside my window, and at first it looked like it was just the dog running in the street, but there's a person with a leash. Jeepers. Super Shocks aren't my favorite formula, but because I got them and I did swatch them when I was doing that collection video, I was like, I just want to get some more use out of these, and yeah, I did. They're easy to throw into my travel bag, so glad that I got some use out of them. I have the ColourPop mascara in Black on Black in my bag. I did use it on my lashes today, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. It's been open for more than 3 months. I know that it has, and it's really getting harder and harder to use on my lashes. I don't mind the ColourPop mascaras. I have a few other ones too. They have a bunch of different colors. I really do like Brownie Points, the brown mascara. I have the coral one. The wand is similar to like the Too Faced Better Than Sex, but you do get a little bit of transfer. Before I was filming this video, I did have to add a little bit of powder to especially my left eye. The mascara had transferred down. So I've had my makeup on. I'm filming this at 5 o'clock. It's super dark outside, but I put my makeup on at about 11. So, and it was right before I started filming that I noticed the transfer onto my lids. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. I typically save my mascara wands for Wildlife, so I will link them down below. And then finally, the last things were my lip products. So I pulled out from Kevyn Aucoin the liquid lipstick in Janet. I only wore this like once or twice throughout the month, but it's a really pretty shade. I like the applicator on the Kevyn Aucoin liquid lipstick. It's just kind of more of like this pointed tip here. I don't know, I feel like it kind of like hugs the lips nicely, so I feel like I don't have to wear a lip liner when I wear this lip color. And again, I really do like the shade Janet. And then the combo that I have on today is the ColourPop Oh Snap lip liner and then the Bite Beauty Honeycomb. So I think I only sharpened Oh Snap maybe like once or twice. Oh, it needs to be sharpened again actually. I'm just trying to use this baby up. It's one of my favorite lip liners. I really do like the ColourPop liners, and I really like Oh Snap. And then Bite Beauty, it was a little bit hard to use Honeycomb because the last time that I was swatching it, I swatched, like I had it rolled up too far, and I swatched it too hard on my hand that it, you know, started to, and I was like, no, come back, and it was very sad. I have to be very careful when applying it, but it's still, I think it's a really nice color. I really do like this lipstick. I just want to keep using it until I can't use it anymore. So those are all my thoughts on my November picks, and let me show you what I got out for December. Alrighty, so I have my bag filled up and ready to go. Alright, so starting off, I have a new brow product for this month. I'm going to quit using the Benefit, but like I said, I don't have a ton of brow products that I feel like I need to cycle through, but I do want to use this one. This is the Urban Decay Brow Blade, and this one is in Brown Sugar. So this has the pencil on one side, and then it has, it's called an ink stain on the other. And I feel like the last time I used this, I felt like it was kind of like running out of steam. With the ink stain side, and that bums me out because I haven't had these. I mean, I've had them for a while. I got them when they first released from Urban Decay, but I haven't had them for that long that I would think that it's already kind of dying, and I feel like I haven't used them as much for that to happen. I also have a similar pencil to this in MAC, and I just used one of my pencils the other day, and I felt like it was still doing fine. So I don't know, I want to test this out throughout the month and see what I think, and see if it needs to be decluttered. For my setting spray, I grabbed out the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I've been using the MAC Fix Plus for a while, so I thought I would just switch it up, and I do like this one. Again, I mentioned it in my affordable favorites. I do think that's a really nice setting spray, so that is what I'm going to use there. For my primer and foundation, for my primer, I chose out the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. I tend to wear this quite a bit in the winter. Usually I have really dry skin. I've mentioned that I feel like my skin is changing a bit, kind of leaning a little bit more combo, but especially in the Midwest winters is where my skin can get like really dry. So I found myself using this quite a bit. I purchased it myself from Sephora when everyone started raving about it, and it was like all over Instagram. And I do like it. I think it makes my skin feel very hydrated and very soft, and I like it as a skin prep to foundation. So that's what I'm going to use. And then I have this foundation from Natasha Denona. So I typically try to be aware of what primer and foundation I'm using because not all of them mix well together. But from Natasha Denona, this is the Foundation X Plus, a full coverage foundation. Again, in the wintertime is usually when I step up my coverage a little bit more too. And I feel like with my skin changing, I've been dealing with some more breakouts, which is kind of a bummer. So looking for something a little bit more full coverage at the moment. So that's why I went with the Natasha Denona. I do like this foundation. I reviewed it a while ago, but I did have good things to say about it. I have the shade 40N, and I think pairing it with the Farsali will be, I think they'll be a good match. And for my concealer, I pulled this one from Ulta Beauty. So I did my affordable favorites, and someone mentioned in there that they also really liked the Ulta Beauty concealer, and I was like, I do too. Why didn't I mention that? And I realized that I actually, like where I had it stored, I have it stored in my closet, which if you guys watch my moving vlogs, because we moved in April, I kind of have a funky setup, which is why I don't do like the traditional shop my stash where I'm showing you my whole makeup collection and picking, because literally a bunch of my makeup is in a closet. Like, I don't see how that would be enjoyable to watch me go through a closet. Like, I don't have a vanity, I don't have Alex drawers, I don't have a beautiful setup, so it just seems kind of weird to me. But I have a bunch of my makeup in the closet that's like my not as much used makeup, and then I have a bookshelf in my office where I keep my like most used, and this was in the closet, and I was like, why did I put this in the closet? I really like this concealer. So I wanted to bring it out and give it a shot and say that I was sorry, because I totally forgot about this one. But it's the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. It is very full coverage, and I remember really liking it, so I don't know why I put it in my closet. I don't know if it was a mistake. I don't know if I was mad at it. Maybe we got into an argument that day. I don't know what happened. For my powder, I'm going to use this one from CoverGirl. This is the Healthy Vitalist Powder. I have also hit pan in this one, which I am very proud of. I'm thinking about next year's Project Pan and all of that. I'm considering putting this one in there. I don't know yet, I haven't finalized everything, but I'm considering it and figuring out what to do, because I did 9 in 2019. I don't know what I'm going to do for 2020. If there's anything that you want to see or any videos you want to see for me in 2020, do let me know. But yeah, I really do like this powder. Again, mention it in my affordable favorites and thought that I could use that. I did put in a cream product. So this is from Oma Beauty. This is their what do they call this? Their Double Take Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick, and I have it in Fair Lady. So you have a, this is what I use as a bronzer on one side and then a highlight on the other. Now, I don't love cream products. I don't reach for them as much. I have a few in my collection, but I feel like pretty much since I bought this one, tested it out for review, reviewed it, I really haven't used it since. And it's like, I just kind of have the mindset now of like, if I'm not using makeup, I just need to declutter it. I don't need to have this giant collection. I just don't. So I'm trying to get more in the spirit of decluttering or not hanging on to PR products, or, you know, just all of that. It can just get to be very overwhelming. But so that's why I wanted to put this one in here and decide, do I want to keep it? Do I not? I didn't love the highlighter side. It's more of a sheer formula, which isn't something that I love. And then the contour bronzer side is a little bit dark for me, and I didn't think it lasted as long. So I don't know. We're gonna see in December if I want to keep that around. I also did want to add another bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So I typically do like to set my cream products with the powder too and just help them last even longer and all of that. So that's why I chose out the Physicians Formula, which I tried to pan in 2018 and that didn't work. And we're still here in 2019 and it doesn't have pan. For my blush, I have this one from Cover FX. This is in Warm Honey, one of their monochromatic blush duos. So I'm a fan of blush duos. You have the matte on one side and the shimmer on the other. And I just haven't reached for it a bunch lately. I don't have a ton of blushes in my collection, but thought that could be a fun one to use. And then for the highlighter, I haven't reached for this one recently, so I really wanted to pull it in. This is from Persona. This is one of the Cali Glow highlighters in Zuma. It's a really beautiful highlight, and I just have not reached for it recently. So wanted to pull this one in, especially because that highlighter, like I said, is more sheer, doesn't give as much oomph as I would prefer in a highlighter. So wanted to bring that in. For my eyeshadow palette, I decided to go with the Huda Beauty New Nude. I haven't reached into this palette for a while, and I think that it's nice. It didn't become like an instant favorite of mine, but I do still think that it's a really pretty palette. I like the shades in here. They're definitely me. I love mauve tones, and yeah, I just thought it could be fun to try to get some different looks with it and play with it throughout the month. I also added a glitter because glitters are fun, and why not? This is from Stila. This is in Kitten Karma, one of their glitter and glow liquid eyeshadows. So I thought it could pair well with this palette, and something about holiday time makes me think of glitter and all of that. Ooh, my neighbor has their tree lit up and it looks so beautiful. We still don't have a tree. I thought I could add the glitter in. So those are my eye products. For my eyeliner, I just grabbed out a pure eyeliner. I really love these On Point eyeliners. This is in Rain, which is a purple eyeliner, so I thought it would go well for this month. And my mascara I chose from Milk Makeup. This is their Kush mascara. I really like this mascara. I think it's great. And I have just like a little travel guide here. So that will be coming with me in my bag to LA for sure, this Kush mascara. And then finally, to finish it off with lips. So I have a Bite Beauty lip liner. This is in 020. Okay, that's all it says is 020. So I've been using a lot of the same lip liners recently, so I thought I would switch it up with the Bite Beauty. And then looking in my closet, so much fun, I had a bunch of my Urban Decay lipsticks in there. I haven't been wearing them as much recently, but I still really do like this formula. And I haven't used the shade Back Talk in a while, and I thought this would be pretty to use, and it's very mauve. So I like to do a lot of monochromatic mauve looks. It's just one of my favorites. So I thought this could be a good one for that. Let me go ahead and swatch actually the Bite Beauty too. So this just looks to be just like a nude lip liner, so it would pair well with the lipstick. And then for my gloss, I went with the Marc Jacobs in Sugar Sugar. Now I just recently did a lip gloss declutter a couple months ago. I had the full size of Sugar Sugar and also the mini, and the mini appears to have gone bad. Like, it's changed in color. It was just kind of odd, especially swatching two identical formulas that have always been identical to me and having them not look alike. So I went ahead and I have the mini in my empties bin for when I do my next empties video. And I'm probably, like, I wanted to use Sugar Sugar just to give it like a final hurrah. And then I'm going to declutter it because, again, I've had it for a while now. I bought this way back when so many people were raving about it. I can remember, like, I truly can remember going to buy it because it was such an expensive lip gloss. I had the like $20 off $75 that Sephora does. I was just talking about this in yesterday's Will I Buy It video because they typically do it in December. So I probably bought this like 4 years ago or something. And again, I think that it's about time. But I can remember truly like going to the mall that day, making sure I had my money off and all of that. And I really did enjoy it, but there are other gloss formulas that I reach for more now, so this is just kind of sitting in the closet. So I figured let's give it one last hurrah, and then probably should go ahead and send it on its way. So those are my lip products, and other than that, that is everything that I have in my December bag. So I wanted to chat with you about how I was thinking of doing this series going into 2020. If you guys are truly passionate about wanting to see the inside of my closet, do let me know, because I could do the shop my stash that way. So let me know. I just feel like it could be very awkward and weird, and again, I just don't have the typical setup that you see when people do shop my stash videos, so it's just kind of odd. When I started the series in January, we actually had our house on the market. My makeup was in my basement and like in my bathroom closet and just kind of all over the place because our house was going through showings and all of that. So I didn't have my makeup set out like I normally would and like I do now and everything. So that was kind of the idea behind I'll shop my stash in advance of the video. But if you really want to see it in 2020, let me know. I can do that for you. And then my other thing that I was planning to do with this series is I want to take it to every other month instead of every single month. I feel like because I do get quite a bit of PR and I am continually, you know, buying new makeup, a lot of times people want to see the new stuff and they also want to see reviews and they want to see it quick. And I feel like only having this bag for a month, I'm not getting through products as quickly as I can. I'm not using them as often as I want to really get that good handle on them. I mean, even some of the products that I mentioned in November, like not using up the Smashbox Primerizer, the MAC Fix Plus and all of that, I just feel like a month isn't giving me enough time in addition to trying to review and try all of the new makeup, because I know those videos really do want to be seen on YouTube. So I don't want to stop the series because I personally have a lot of fun with it, and I like having you know, kind of like an on-the-go bag always ready for me every month. I like going through old makeup. I like the process of being able to declutter. I declutter the mascara every single month at the end of the month. I pick ones that I know I've had open for a while or are about to the end of their leash, and then I can declutter them. So it helps me go through my makeup collection because, again, I don't want to have this just ginormous unnecessary collection. So I think that's really helpful for that. But I do want to be able to have enough time to go through these products. So that's why I was thinking of doing the every other month. And yeah, that's what I was thinking. So that's what I'm planning to do in 2020. Of course, go ahead and give me your feedback, but I think I would keep it the same, the Friday and the Thursdays. So Friday would be the Get Ready With Me. And then I was thinking the month that I don't do the recap, I could do another get ready with me with these products again, so you can see more than one get ready with me. And if I have multiple eye products, you know, I can do different things with them, or if I have even just a palette, I can do a different eye look so you can see it on camera, so to add in an extra Shop My Stash get ready with me on that month that I'm not doing a recap. Let me know if you like that idea. I did want to say too, Thursdays have become my podcast days. I did recently start a podcast. It's called Start Inspired. I will have all the links down below. It's on iTunes and Spotify. I almost said Shopify. No, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, everything like that. So I upload a new episode every single Thursday. So that's why I was taking off from uploads on Thursday here on YouTube. But I want to keep the Shop My Stash, and it's another reason why I thought every other month could work well too. But yeah, so just wanted to mention that, and that's why you haven't been seeing Thursday uploads if you have noticed that. But you can always follow my podcast, and I have a lot of fun chatting every week over there. Other than that though, I think that's everything that I wanted to touch on for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing the recap and seeing my picks. Again, of course, I'm always welcome to your feedback. I love hearing what you guys want to see, or you know, how you want the videos, and if I can make it happen, I definitely would love to. So thank you guys so much for supporting this series. It was so much fun for me to do and start in 2019, and I'm excited to carry it over into 2020 with just a few little changes here and there. So of course, do let me know your thoughts. Other than that though, if you guys did enjoy this one, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in tomorrow's video for the Get Ready With Me.